Welcome back to the channel, US Rare Coins News, Top 1 History Lovers and Coin Collectors. Today we're diving into one of the most iconic and patriotic coins ever released by the United States of America, the Eisenhower $1 1776 to 1976 bicentennial coin. This is not just a coin, it's a powerful symbol of American history, independence, and national pride. Millions of people have seen this coin, some have spent it, some have saved it, but very few truly understand the story, significance, and hidden potential value behind it. If you think this dollar coin is common and ordinary, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you might see it in a completely different way. The Eisenhower $1 coin was introduced in the early 1970s to honor Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States and a five-star general who led Allied forces during World War II. Eisenhower was not only a military hero but also a president who guided America through a critical period of the Cold War. When the U.S. Mint decided to place his portrait on a dollar coin, it marked the first time a U.S. coin honored a president who had also been a career military leader. What makes the 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower dollar especially unique is that it was created to celebrate the 200th anniversary of American independence. Instead of issuing a standard dated coin for 1975 and 1976, the U.S. Mint released special bicentennial designs featuring the dual date 1776 to 1976. This decision instantly turned these coins into historic keepsakes rather than just everyday currency. On the front of the coin, you'll find a bold and commanding portrait of President Eisenhower. His expression reflects strength, leadership, and determination, qualities that defined both his military and presidential careers. Above his head appears the word liberty, a cornerstone of American identity, while the dual date 1776 to 1976 below reminds us of the nation's 200-year journey of freedom and progress. This design alone captures 2 centuries of American history in a single glance. Now turn the coin over, and the bicentennial magic truly comes alive. Instead of the traditional eagle design, the reverse features a colonial-era drummer boy, standing proudly with a torch of victory surrounded by 13 stars. The drummer represents the spirit of the American Revolution, symbolizing courage, sacrifice, and unity. The 13 stars pay tribute to the original 13 colonies that fought for independence. This reverse design is one of the most beloved and recognizable in modern U.S. coinage, making the bicentennial Eisenhower dollar instantly memorable. The Eisenhower 1776 to 1976 dollar was produced in multiple versions, which is where collector interest really begins to grow. Some coins were struck for general circulation, while others were specially made for collectors using higher quality processes. Certain versions were produced with enhanced details, sharper strikes, and superior finishes that set them apart from everyday coins. These differences may seem subtle at first glance, but to collectors, they make a massive difference. Another factor that adds intrigue to this coin is condition. While millions were minted, many entered circulation and suffered wear, scratches, and damage over time. Coins that survived in exceptional condition, especially those that retain original luster, sharp details, and minimal marks, are far more desirable today. Finding a high-grade Eisenhower bicentennial dollar is becoming increasingly difficult as time passes. Collectors are also fascinated by varieties and unusual characteristics found in some examples. Differences in strike quality, die characteristics, and overall appearance can elevate certain coins above the rest. These subtle details often go unnoticed by casual observers but are highly prized within the numismatic community. Beyond metal and design, the emotional value of this coin cannot be ignored. For many Americans, the 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower dollar represents national pride, family history, and memories of the bicentennial celebrations. Coins like this were often saved as souvenirs, passed down through generations, and stored away with the hope that one day they might be worth something special. That emotional connection is a big reason why demand for this coin remains strong. As interest in historical U.S. coinage continues to grow, the Eisenhower bicentennial dollar has gained renewed attention from collectors around the world. Its connection to American independence, a legendary president, and a once-in-a-lifetime national celebration gives it lasting appeal. While many examples are still affordable, the finest and most desirable pieces have begun to stand out in the collector market. Now, let's get to the part everyone has been waiting for, the value. At high-profile auctions, exceptional examples of the Eisenhower $1 1776 to 1976, especially those in top condition or premium collector finishes, have achieved auction prices reaching several $1,000s, with some standout pieces selling for as much as $8,000. That's right, a single dollar coin, once worth face value, can command thousands at auction when history, condition, and collector demand come together. Top 2. Today we're uncovering the story behind a powerful piece of American history that many people have seen, some have spent, and others have tucked away without realizing its true importance: the United States of America Eisenhower $1 coin from 1971. This was not just another dollar coin. It marked the beginning of a new era in U.S. coinage, and its story is filled with history, symbolism, and surprising collector interest. The year 1971 was a turning point for the Eisenhower dollar. It was the very first year this coin was ever issued, making it especially meaningful to collectors. The coin was created to honor Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States and one of the most respected military leaders in American history. As Supreme Commander of the Allied forces during World War II, Eisenhower played a crucial role in shaping the modern world. When his portrait was placed on the nation's largest circulating dollar coin, it symbolized strength, leadership, and national pride. On the front of the 1971 Eisenhower $1 coin, you'll see a strong and dignified portrait of President Eisenhower. His calm yet commanding expression reflects both his military discipline and presidential authority. Above him is the word "Liberty," representing the foundation of American democracy, while the date 1971 below marks the beginning of this iconic coin series. This design alone makes the 1971 issue stand out, as it represents the birth year of the Eisenhower dollar. Turning the coin over reveals a dramatic and symbolic design that connects America's past with its future. The reverse features a bold eagle landing on the surface of the moon, holding an olive branch. This design was inspired by the Apollo 11 mission, celebrating the United States' historic achievement of landing the first humans on the moon. The image represents peace through strength and technological progress, showing the world America's determination to lead in exploration and innovation. What makes the 1971 Eisenhower dollar even more fascinating is that it was produced in different versions, each appealing to collectors in its own way. Some coins were struck for everyday circulation, while others were specially made with higher quality finishes for collectors. These collector versions were produced with greater detail and a more refined appearance, making them stand out sharply from circulated examples. Over time, the differences between these versions have become increasingly important in determining value. Condition plays a major role in the worth of this coin. Because many 1971 Eisenhower dollars were used in daily transactions, most examples today show signs of wear, scratches, or dull surfaces. Coins that have survived in near-perfect or uncirculated condition are far less common. Those with strong strikes, original luster, and clean surfaces are highly sought after by collectors who appreciate quality and preservation. Another reason collectors pay close attention to the 1971 Eisenhower dollar is its status as a first-year issue. First-year coins often carry special significance in numismatics, as they mark the beginning of a series. This factor alone adds historical and collectible value, especially when combined with excellent condition or unique characteristics. Beyond metal and minting, the Eisenhower dollar carries emotional and cultural value. For many Americans, this coin represents an era of change, optimism, and national achievement. The early 1970s were a time when the United States was redefining its role in the world, and this coin captured that spirit perfectly. As a result, many people saved these coins as keepsakes, passing them down through generations. As global interest in American coinage continues to grow, the 1971 Eisenhower $1 coin has gained renewed attention. Collectors appreciate its bold design, historical importance, and connection to both a legendary president and a historic moment in space exploration. While many examples remain affordable, the finest specimens are becoming increasingly difficult to find. Now, let's talk about what everyone is curious about: the value. At major coin auctions, exceptional examples of the 1971 Eisenhower $1 coin in top-grade condition have achieved auction prices reaching up to $10,000. Top 3. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a fascinating piece of American coinage that often goes unnoticed, the United States of America Eisenhower $1 coin from 1974. At first glance, this coin may seem ordinary, even common, but once you understand its background, design, and collector appeal, you'll realize why it holds a special place in U.S. numismatic history. Make sure you stay until the very end, because the auction value of this coin might surprise you. By 1974, the Eisenhower $1 coin had already established itself as a bold symbol of American strength and leadership. Introduced just a few years earlier, the Eisenhower dollar honored Dwight D. Eisenhower, a man who shaped the 20th century like few others. As a five-star general, he led Allied forces to victory in World War II, and as the 34th President of the United States, he guided the nation through a tense Cold War era. His legacy of leadership, discipline, and unity is deeply embedded in this coin. The 1974 Eisenhower dollar was minted during a time of significant change in the United States. The country was navigating economic challenges, shifts in global politics, and rapid technological advancement. Coins from this era reflect not just monetary value, but the story of a nation adapting to a new world. The Eisenhower dollar stood as a reminder of stability and strength during uncertain times. On the front of the 1974 Eisenhower $1 coin, you'll see a commanding portrait of President Eisenhower. His expression is calm yet firm, symbolizing confidence, experience, and authority. Above him is the word liberty, a powerful reminder of the ideals upon which the United States was founded. Below, the date 1974 marks this specific chapter in the Eisenhower dollar series. The size and weight of the coin give it a presence that few modern coins can match, making it instantly recognizable. The reverse side of the coin is where American ambition truly shines. It features a striking image of an eagle descending onto the surface of the moon, clutching an olive branch. This design was inspired by the Apollo space program and represents one of humanity's greatest achievements, space exploration. The eagle symbolizes strength and national pride, while the olive branch sends a message of peace. Together, they reflect America's desire to lead the world through both power and progress. What makes the 1974 Eisenhower dollar particularly interesting to collectors is the variety of ways it was produced. Some examples were struck for everyday use, while others were made with higher quality minting techniques intended for collectors. These special versions feature sharper details, stronger strikes, and more eye-catching surfaces. Over time, these differences have become crucial when determining a coin's desirability. Condition plays a massive role in the value of this coin. Many 1974 Eisenhower dollars were heavily circulated, resulting in scratches, worn details, and dull finishes. Finding one today that remains in excellent or near-perfect condition is far more difficult than most people realize. Coins that still display crisp lettering, clean fields, and original luster are especially prized by collectors. Collectors are also drawn to this coin because of its place within the Eisenhower dollar series. By 1974, the design had matured, and the minting process had improved, resulting in some exceptionally well-struck examples. These high-quality coins stand out clearly when compared to worn or poorly preserved pieces, making them highly competitive in the collector market. Beyond its physical features, the 1974 Eisenhower $1 coin holds strong nostalgic value. For many Americans, it represents an era they lived through, a time of bold change, cultural shifts, and major world events. Coins like this were often saved as keepsakes, reminders of a moment in history when the future felt both uncertain and full of possibility. That emotional connection continues to fuel collector interest today. As more people around the world become interested in U.S. coin collecting, the Eisenhower dollar series has gained renewed attention. The 1974 issue, in particular, attracts collectors who appreciate its balance of history, design, and availability. While many examples remain accessible, the finest specimens are becoming increasingly scarce as collectors compete for top-quality pieces. Now, let's get to the part everyone has been waiting for, the value. At major coin auctions, outstanding examples of the United States of America Eisenhower $1 1974 coin, especially those in exceptional condition or premium collector finishes, have reached auction prices of up to $7,500. Top 4. Today we're exploring a fascinating and often misunderstood piece of American coinage, the United States of America Eisenhower $1 coin from 1977. This coin may not get as much attention as earlier issues in the series, but it holds a unique place in U.S. history and has quietly become a favorite among collectors who know exactly what to look for. Stay with me all the way to the end, because the auction value of this coin might completely change how you see it. By the time 1977 arrived, the Eisenhower $1 coin was nearing the end of its journey in American circulation. Introduced in the early 1970s, the Eisenhower dollar was created to honor Dwight D. Eisenhower, one of the most influential figures of the 20th century. As a five-star general, he led Allied forces to victory in World War II, and as the 34th President of the United States, he guided the nation through a critical period of global tension and transformation. His leadership, discipline, and vision made him a natural choice for America's largest circulating coin. The 1977 Eisenhower dollar was minted during a time when the United States was experiencing cultural change, economic challenges, and rapid technological growth. While the coin was still legal tender, it was not widely used in everyday transactions. Many people found it bulky compared to paper money, and as a result, large numbers of these coins were saved rather than spent. This unusual pattern of use adds an interesting layer to the story of the 1977 issue. On the front of the 1977 Eisenhower $1 coin, you'll see a powerful and dignified portrait of President Eisenhower. His expression reflects experience, authority, and calm strength. Above his portrait appears the word liberty, a timeless reminder of the values upon which the United States was founded. The date 1977 below marks one of the final years of the Eisenhower dollar series, giving this coin special significance for collectors who appreciate end-of-era issues. The reverse side of the coin delivers one of the most striking designs in modern U.S. coinage. It features an eagle descending onto the surface of the moon, clutching an olive branch. This design was inspired by the Apollo space program and celebrates America's historic achievements in space exploration. The eagle represents national power and pride, while the olive branch symbolizes peace. Together, they tell a story of a nation striving to lead the world through innovation rather than conflict. What truly sets the 1977 Eisenhower dollar apart is its place within the series. Unlike earlier years, collector interest in later Eisenhower dollars is driven heavily by condition and quality. While many examples were saved, truly exceptional coins with sharp details, clean surfaces, and strong eye appeal are far rarer than most people realize. Coins that escaped scratches, bag marks, and dull finishes are highly sought after today. The way these coins were stored also plays a major role in their value. Many were kept loosely in drawers, jars, or bags, where they picked up marks over time. Finding a 1977 Eisenhower dollar that still displays strong luster, crisp lettering, and an overall fresh appearance is becoming increasingly difficult. Collectors compete fiercely for the best examples, especially those that stand out visually. Another reason the 1977 Eisenhower dollar is gaining attention is its status as one of the final regular issues before the series ended. End-of-series coins often carry special appeal in the numismatic world, as they represent the conclusion of a chapter in coinage history. For collectors building complete Eisenhower dollar sets, the 1977 issue is an essential piece. Beyond collector value, this coin also carries strong nostalgic appeal. For many Americans, it represents the late 1970s, a period of reflection, change, and transition. Coins like this were often saved as keepsakes, reminders of a time when America was redefining its identity and looking toward the future. That emotional connection adds another layer of desirability. As interest in U.S. coins continues to grow globally, the Eisenhower dollar series has found a new generation of collectors. The 1977 Eisenhower $1 coin stands out as a piece that rewards careful inspection, patience, and appreciation for quality. While average examples remain common, top-tier specimens are becoming increasingly scarce. Now let's talk about the part everyone is waiting for, the value. At major coin auctions, outstanding examples of the United States of America Eisenhower $1 1977 coin in exceptional condition have reached auction prices of up to $6,000. Top 5. Today, we're taking a close and detailed look at a coin that marked the end of an era, the United States of America Eisenhower $1 coin from 1978. This coin may look familiar to many people, but very few truly understand its importance, its background, and why collectors continue to search for the best examples. Stay with me until the very end, because the final auction value might surprise you more than you expect. The 1978 Eisenhower $1 coin holds a very special place in U.S. coin history because it represents the final year of the Eisenhower dollar series. After nearly a decade of production, this coin closed the chapter on one of the boldest and largest circulating dollar coins ever issued by the United States. Ending a series always adds significance, and collectors around the world pay close attention to coins that mark a final issue. This coin was created to honor Dwight D. Eisenhower, a man whose impact on world history is impossible to ignore. As a five-star general, Eisenhower led Allied forces during World War II and played a major role in securing victory in Europe. Later, as the 34th President of the United States, he guided the nation through the early Cold War years with steady leadership and a focus on strength and unity. The Eisenhower dollar stands as a tribute to his legacy in both military and political history. By 1978, the United States was going through a period of transition. Inflation, changing economic conditions, and shifts in how Americans used money all influenced coin production. Large dollar coins were becoming less practical in daily life, and paper currency was far more common. Because of this, many Eisenhower dollars from 1978 were saved rather than spent, often placed into collections, drawers, or storage boxes. While this might sound like it would make the coin common, it actually created a new challenge: finding examples that remain truly flawless. On the front of the 1978 Eisenhower $1 coin, you'll see a strong and dignified portrait of President Eisenhower. His expression reflects calm authority, experience, and confidence. The word liberty arches above his head, representing the core value of the American nation. Below his portrait, the date 1978 signals the final appearance of Eisenhower on a circulating U.S. dollar coin, giving this issue special emotional and historical weight. The reverse design is one of the most powerful images ever placed on a U.S. coin. It shows an eagle descending toward the surface of the moon while holding an olive branch. This design was inspired by the Apollo space missions and symbolizes one of America's greatest achievements, landing humans on the moon. The eagle represents strength and national pride, while the olive branch sends a message of peace. Together, the imagery tells a story of a nation striving to lead the world through progress, innovation, and responsibility. What makes the 1978 Eisenhower dollar especially interesting to collectors is its status as a final year issue combined with quality variations. While many coins were produced, not all were struck with the same level of detail or care. Some examples show sharper features, cleaner surfaces, and stronger visual appeal, while others display marks, dull finishes, or weak details. These differences can dramatically affect desirability in the collector market. Condition is everything when it comes to this coin. Even though many 1978 Eisenhower dollars were saved, they were often stored in ways that allowed scratches and contact marks to develop. Coins that still show bright original luster, crisp lettering, and minimal surface marks are far rarer than people realize. Collectors actively seek these high-quality examples, especially those that stand out immediately when viewed. Another reason the 1978 Eisenhower dollar is gaining attention is nostalgia. For many Americans, this coin represents the late 1970s, a time of cultural change, reflection, and transition into a new era. Coins like this were often kept as souvenirs, reminders of a period when the country was looking ahead to the future while honoring its past. That emotional connection adds an extra layer of appeal that goes beyond metal and design. As global interest in U.S. coin collecting continues to grow, the Eisenhower dollar series has found new life among modern collectors. The 1978 issue stands out as a meaningful and symbolic conclusion to the series. While average examples remain easy to find, truly exceptional pieces are becoming harder to locate as collectors compete for the finest surviving specimens. Now, let's talk about what everyone is waiting for: the value. At major coin auctions, top-quality examples of the United States of America Eisenhower $1 1978 coin, especially those in outstanding condition, have achieved auction prices of up to $5,000. That's right, a coin with a face value of just $1 can reach thousands at auction when condition, history, and collector demand come together. So before you dismiss that 1978 Eisenhower dollar as just another old coin, take a closer look. You might be holding the final chapter of an iconic American coin series, and a surprisingly valuable piece of history.